Good morning and welcome to another episode of Que-stead-Que. What you gonna do? I don't know, but something's gonna grow. All right, you guys, it is 1 o'clock a.m. Sunday, April the 14th, and the reason why I am in here this early in the morning, number one, I was up all last night. I think I told y'all about that. And I didn't wake up until late today. It was 2:30 when I did wake up because I didn't get to sleep until about 8 yesterday morning. And so I am sleepy now, but before I go to bed, I'm going to get this done because I brought my journal right here. And we're going to look at that journal to see what day I started my garden seedlings. I believe it was the 14th of April last year. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Ooh, here's a list of everything I planted. I should have dated it. Let's see. Nope, those are notes. Those are notes. Okay, I wrote down everything that I planted. I wrote down the fertilizers, my class notes. June 27th is when I started the journal. Oh, you know what? Second journal, sorry. And the camera is sitting on top of the second journal. That's where I wrote the day I started my plants, in the second journal. And then I picked up in this journal as I planted out into the garden itself. So we'll get that straight. But I'm almost certain it was the 14th of April of last year. I hate that y'all can't see me. Let me see if I can back up or raise the camera a little bit so y'all can at least see me. Okay, so everything is prepped. Well, that's a little better. Hold on. Let me come up a little higher. Okay. It's still on the seeds the seedlings, and oh, that's a little better. Hi, y'all. Okay. I prepped everything. I got all the tags made out. I'm officially out of tags, and I'm going to need more. So on Monday, I will be going back to my favorite dollar store and getting more tags. I thought I bought enough because I bought about, I think, 10 packs. So, hey, but I ran out. I've got 3 left, 3 to spare right here. So I'm going to go buy some more packs to be ready for next year. And when I do get back to Walmart, either later this month or early next month, I'm going to get some of those labels that they have. They were a little more expensive, but I really liked them. And they came 25 to a pack. 4 packs of those, I think they cost $3 a piece. So for $12, I can get 100 tags. And they look like the popsicle sticks, but they're a little shorter. Actually, I went to the popsicle sticks because I knew I was going to run out of tags. Okay, so everything is all laid out. I got the room situated last night. And then today, here I am. Okay, or this morning rather. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get my little hole stuck into the soil here. And I will tell you what I am planting as I plant. You know what? I'm sick of these sticks. But I guess that's just part of it. It kind of messes up things. What is this right here? Oh, it's just soil I packed the soil in, but I didn't pack it too tight. And my holes are not going deep at all, not even a ½ inch. I'm just putting a little divot into the soil so that when I drop the seed in, I'll just cover it up with the soil that I've moved to the side. I don't want them planted deep at all. Okay. And I'm going to fill up approximately 2 trays. So I have 2 trays to spare. And the 2 trays to spare will be for if I need to transfer something, which I doubt that I will need to do. But it's just extra. Something may come up. I might have forgotten something. I'm going to go through my seed bank again just to make sure. I filled up the cups. I'm gonna move that 1 tomato. I'm gonna move those 2 collard greens. So let's start with those right now. You already know how well the trays work with removing the plants. So we're gonna start with the collards. In fact, let's come over here because I don't want dirt spilling everywhere. Here's 1 collard. This is the smaller one. Whoops. Let me do this right. And of course, shoot. Oh, forgot to remove the tag. I'm just trying not to get dirt everywhere. There we go. I'm punching it up. And let's get that dirt out. Ooh, these got some roots. No wonder I was having issues right there. Okay, and let's get the second collard out. Oh, that one came out perfectly. Perfectly. Probably because it's so big. Look at this. Look at this, y'all. Good God. My goodness. Okay. And then we're going to bring out this red cherry tomato. Right here. Now, that's a good seedling. Whenever it comes out like that, you know you've done your job. I'm not playing, y'all. Que got it going on this year. So let's get the first collard green planted. And next week, these will be in the greenhouse. They're not even going to be inside of here. They'll be able to withstand the greenhouse, but I didn't want to put them in the bed because y'all know collard greens get big, and these are going to really take off once I put them out in the greenhouse, and they're not going to stay in these little pots either. I'm going to go on and plant those out into the crates. I don't know if you all noticed all those crates, and if you wondered what those crates are out there. What I did about 2 years ago, I went around, let me find my washcloth, y'all. Not washcloth, but my towel. What I did was I went around to gas stations, I went to party stores, and I asked them if they had any crates to spare. Everybody told me no. I went to the black store, I went to the white store, I went to the Chaldean store. Everybody said, no, we don't give out crates. I went to the gas stations, everybody said no. And so on my way home, I thought, okay, no one gives out crates, and I was looking for containers, so I thought, okay, I will go to my local donut shop because they have buckets there, and they sell buckets for $2 a bucket. Someone had told me that, and I had gotten a few. In fact, the bucket I use for my seed starting mix is a bucket. I got 5 of them. So for $10, I was able to get 5 buckets. So I was going to go back there and just drill holes, which I didn't really want to do, but I had no choice. Well, we have this Hispanic store not far from where I live, and so I just happened to go there to get something. And so when I was getting ready to leave, I drove around the backside so that I can come out on the opposite side without having to do all that turning in the driveway. And when I drove to the back of the building, there was probably about 2,000 crates. When I say there were crates stacked, there were crates off to the side, there were crates strewn across the street, there were crates at the next building. I was like, wait a minute. They've got an overabundance of crates here. Something's going on. No one's picking them up or whatever. So I parked again, went back, parked, and I went in, and the owner was there. Like I said, the Hispanic store. I said, mister, I said, I noticed that you all have a lot of crates in the back. I said, and I've been all over looking for crates. I said, but I didn't tell them that nobody would give them to me. I kept my mouth shut about that. But I told them I haven't been able to get my hands on any. I said, you have those crates back there. I said, by any chance, do you sell them? Because I was thinking, okay, if he wants something for them, at the time I had some money. I was like, I'll buy them if he tell me, you know, 5 for $10 or something like that. He said, oh, he said, take as many as you want. He said, please. He said, because the crate people come to get the crates. They had crates and bread pallets. And I don't know if you all saw those bread pallets on the side of my house. I've got about 50 bread pallets in my shed too. He said, get as many as you want. He's like, they can't get them all. He's like, they come and get them. And he said they got behind because of the pandemic. And so he's like, oh, please. I went back there. I took 20 crates home that day. I must have made about 5 trips. I got as many crates as I could possibly get until I had enough. I can see now that I need more. So I'm going to go back to my friend and ask him if he has maybe 10 more crates to spare. I have a feeling that I'm not going to have enough this year. That's why I ordered more of the bags. But those crates, I use those to grow in, and they have worked very well. I buy the poly grow bags, and I've shown you those. The poly grow bags have the holes in them, and the crates have the holes. So I take that, I use the 25 gallon, I think it's 25 gallon or something like that. Yeah, either 25 or 10 gallon. I take it, I line the crate with the bag, I roll it over neatly because the bags are white, but the inside of the bag is black. So when I roll it over the top of the crate, it's a real nice, neat look. And so that's what I use. So I'm in my soil, I load the crate up, and my plants do very well in the crates. So that's how I plant them, my seeds. So I just wanted to share that with you. Okay, so we're going to start with the squash. The yellow squash, remember, I only plant squash for the purpose of squash flowers. I told y'all about the squash flowers. But my patty pan, I'm trying 3 varieties this year. And I'm only going to plant, I always plant at least 2 seeds. No, with the patty pan, I'm going to plant 1. Because patty pan squash, believe me, if you've ever planted, well, any squash seeds, squash and green beans are your easiest germinating seeds. So I only made 1 tag because this first row is going to be specifically for squash. And it doesn't matter. I have the yellow, I have the white, and I have the green. It doesn't matter what color the patty pan squash is. So I didn't make 3 labels. So I'm putting 1. I put 1 of the yellow. This is the white. And now we'll do the green, and that will take care of my patty pan for the year. Now, I love my patty pan squash. I'll sneak a few flowers here and there if I don't have enough of my other ones. But for the most part, and you know what? Speaking of squash flowers, the one thing I forgot to tell y'all about is if you think squash flowers are good, I found out last year that you can eat the leaf. So squash leaves are delicious. Okay, we got the patty pan. Now for the yellow squash. And you know what? I miscalculated. But I have the extra tray. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to probably take a cup or another one of my, in fact, that's what I'm going to do to plant the squash for my sister. Then that way she can take it home right in the cup. But for myself, I'm gonna put 2 plants in here. I'm gonna plant 2 seeds for myself. And then I'm gonna plant her 2. And these are close, but I can always separate them once they come up. But squash is very easy. What did I do with my green? Oh, here they are right here. Actually, my sister's gonna get the black ones. 2 of them. So these are gonna be my sister's. I'll get those filled and I'll get her squash planted in there. Okay. Now, okay, so we've got the squash. And let me stick this popsicle stick. I'm gonna just stick this down here just so that I'll know which way the squash starts. Okay, now we're gonna plant, and this one is my yellow. Oh, so I don't need to stick the popsicle stick. Okay, now we'll move on to we can do the green beans. Because like I said, green beans and squash are your two easiest plants to germinate. And so I've decided these are bush beans. Blue Lake Bush, that's the variety. So we're gonna plant one plant here and one plant there. And I am gonna need a popsicle stick for this row. I just wanna keep my direction straight. So let's do the, oops. That's the bush, and this is the wax. And you know what? For good measure, I'm gonna do 2 seeds in all of them. Like I said, I can always, cause I like my green beans. That might not, 4 plants might not be enough. Okay, so we got that. Uh-oh, I just threw the wax beans, extra wax beans in the bush bean. Oh well, it doesn't matter. It does not matter. Because they're gonna be together anyway. They're gonna be paired up. So it really doesn't matter. Okay, where's that popsicle stick I had? Right here. But I do need to keep myself. Okay, now we're gonna plant the melons. Okay, the first one I'm gonna plant is the Minnesota melon. And you know what, these melons, I really don't know how they're gonna do. And I don't want a whole bunch of them because they're vining. Although they are gonna be in the greenhouse. I might have them out of the greenhouse too because I believe they're gonna need pollinating. I don't know. But I'm just planting 1 melon seed from each one because I've never been really successful with planting melons. And okay, so this one is the Minnesota. Put that there. Next one is the Crenshaw. Yep, Crenshaw melon. But I figure by planting these 4 varieties, I should get at least 1 melon out the bunch. Okay, Crenshaw melon. Korean melon. This is my 3rd year attempting the Korean melon, and I've yet to get a Korean melon. And these are supposed to be real easy. They're supposed to be as easy like cucumbers. I'm gonna put 2 of those in there because they look just like cucumbers while growing, and they don't vine. Well, they vine, but not that much. Okay, let me get these covered. Like I said, I'm not really going deep with them, just enough. Another thing too, I'm gonna go get a heating mat next week, but right now I have my 2 heating pads here. I only run my heating pads in the, okay, here's my Crenshaw. See, I was getting ready to mess up here, forgetting the tags. I only run my heating pads during the day, and I run the lights at night. And I got my electric bill on yesterday. My electric bill only went up by $2 this month, so that's not bad. So running your grow lights 18 hours, and it's best to run them at night because that's when the electricity is down. Here's the tiger melon. It's actually called Tigger milling, but I call it Tiger, okay? Now, we're gonna do the 2 Crowder peas and the 2 eggplant in these 4 right here. So let's start with the top pick cream pea. What I noticed, my top pick cream peas did good last year, but they didn't take off until later in the summer. It had to get hot, and I didn't have them in the greenhouse. I had them out of the greenhouse. So this year I'm gonna keep them in the greenhouse because I ended up not getting any last year. The year before I got them, and I had them in the greenhouse the year before. I don't know why I left them out last year. But anyway, I ended up not getting any because they didn't start taking off until September. And that first frost hit us like a ton of bricks. And by the time the peas started coming on the vine, they were green. They wouldn't, you know, they just weren't ready. And that frost hit, and that was all she wrote. So I lost them last year. So I said I won't make that mistake again. Why isn't this opening? Okay, there we go. So I'm gonna put 1, 2 in each because I want my Crowder peas. And this is the cream pea. Okay, and in these 2, I will put the pink hull Crowder peas. So I'm doing pink hull Crowder peas, y'all. This is my first year. I've done the purple hulls and I love those. This year I'm doing the pink hulls. And both varieties are top pick. Top pick means that it's not going to grow up a trellis. It's like a bush bean where it just grows, and the peas will be at the top of the bush, which makes it a lot simpler. I don't mind the vining ones, but I want to see how that greenhouse does and what's going to be in there vining, because I don't want things to get crazy in there. So I just opted for the top pick. Okay, now, you know what? I messed up. I messed up. Okay, I gotta make this correction, y'all. I'm putting 4 in each one. I actually only had 1 in there. Okay, that's the cream. I just found a seedling. Oh man, no, that's not the San Marzano, because that would be over there. Okay, what am I looking for? Okay, the pink hulls. Okay, there's 1. And there's 2. Okay, got them. Actually, I think I'm gonna add 1 more in each, because I want 6 total plants, and that will be enough. That's why I like these bigger trays, because I can always, once those plants come up, I can separate them easily. And actually, the cream peas, oops, I just threw 2 more in there. I don't care how many come up. I'll get them. I'm gonna wait till they come up, and once they get tall enough. Okay, now we're gonna do the white eggplant. These take a little while to germinate. I've never planted white eggplant before, and I'm only planting it because I'm planting that okra. But we're gonna throw two seeds in here. Let me put my hole back. Okay. The white eggplant is planted. And now we're gonna do the little fingers. That's my favorite. This is one of my favorite things to grow. And I've never had problems with them. Last year I didn't get as many that as I normally get, but I got them. Okay, there's the little fingers. And those are your purple, the little skinny eggplants. They are good for frying. Okay, now on to the next side. We're getting ready to do the, let's see, we've done the beans. Oh, I've got more room. I might be able to do my sister's squash. All we have left really is the okra, the cucumber, and the flowers. Oh, I've got lima beans and pinto beans. Oops. But I still have. Okay, there's the Zamborzano. Did I plant that? Nope, I haven't planted it. What did I do with it? That's the question. What did I do with my seed pack? Here it is. Okay, let's get that planted first. Get that out the way. Ooh, these little packets. And my back is kicking my butt today. That's why y'all see me leaning back the way that I am. Because I was doing all that stuff outside. Okay, here's 2 seeds. So let's get these in there. Okay, Zamborzano, germinate for me. Okay. Next is the Diva cucumber. I'm gonna plant 2 of those. Now, Diva cucumber, as you can see, they are red. I don't know if you can see that. These are called Parthenian. You can get Parthenian cucumbers, Parthenian squash, and there's something else you can get Parthenian. They're non-pollinating. So if you ever have trouble with your cucumbers, you know, I'm hit and miss with cucumbers, and this year I want some. So I decided to pay a little bit of extra money, probably $1 more for the pack, for the Parthenian, to ensure that I will get cucumbers. You know, pending that they germinate and all that. So once they germinate, then I'm home free. I will be guaranteed cucumbers. Okay, so those are planted. Next, we're going to plant the jambalaya okra. And I'm only doing 2 seeds. Okra, I always do well with okra, especially in the greenhouse. Ooh, I might have to get this chair. Okay, 2 seeds here. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, they are planted. That's the jambalaya. Jambalaya is a great variety. Homestead Heart. She was raving about it one day, and I was like, I gotta try it. And I did, and I loved it. It's less slimy. And it makes a nice okra. Very good for frying. Very good for putting into gumbo and your black-eyed peas and stuff. That's the only way I eat okra. I don't eat it plain by itself. Okay, and this is the white okra, y'all, from Portugal. So this is a special seed. So here's praying for germination. And they are now planted. White okra. I should get greedy and plant some more. Okay, now let's get the, I'm gonna do the lima beans again. And then all that's left after that is the flowers. And once the flowers are done, oh, the flowers will, because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm only going, yep. No, I got enough. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to do the lima bean, the pinto, and the first two. Then I'm going to do my flowers here, and then in this row, and then that leaves me with 4 left over. And that's where I can do my sister's squash. So I don't have to put her squash in the thing. And last year, I only planted 1 lima bean. Just 1. And when I tell you, I ended up getting like 3 bags for the freezer. So that was more than enough for me. So lima beans. So this year I'm going to plant 2. And I'm putting them in the same thing. Lima beans, that's another plant that takes off late. I didn't think I was going to get anything. My sisters took off real early. And she was like, mine is vined all over my deck and blah, 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 blah. I was like, mine ain't done nothing. All of a sudden, at the end of July, my one little lima bean took off, and that trellis that you saw up against the shed, it took over that whole trellis. And I was picking lima beans once those things finally started coming. I was picking lima beans daily. That's just how quickly they were coming in and getting ready. So that's fun to grow. Just like how potatoes are fun to grow, lima beans are fun to grow also. Okay, I've never grown a pinto bean before. This is the first. So I'm just doing 2 seeds. I should have only done 1, but I'm gonna do 2. I don't even know how a pinto bean plant looks, so I'm gonna have to go on YouTube and check that out. Okay, so there we go. Pinto and lima. Okay, now all that's left, my sister's squash and the flowers. So we're gonna do, okay, the flowers I'm planting are all edible flowers, every last one of them. So I'm gonna let you know what I'm planting. We have nasturtium, that's edible. I ordered some marshmallow. This flower is what they actually make marshmallows out of. These flowers are flavored. You can eat them, and they taste just like marshmallows. And so the only difference is marshmallows themselves, you know, it's a process to that. I don't know how they make them, but the taste from the marshmallow plant. Then I'm planting some pot marigold, which is edible. I'm planting 2 sunflowers apiece for my sister and I. I'm planting bachelor button, which is an edible flower. And I'm planting borage. That's an edible flower. These are going to go, y'all know that herb pot that I keep in the front yard? All of these flowers will go into the herb pot. So I don't know how these flowers do, but I'm just going to throw like 5 or 6 seeds in every one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I threw 5 seeds in there. And that's the bachelor button. Let me get it covered. I've never, other than the sunflower last year, I've never planted flower. I never did flowers like this, starting them indoors. Okay, this one is the pot marigold. So I'm gonna put, let's see, I've got 1, 2, I'm gonna put three of those in there because this is kind of a big seed. But that pot is real big that's out there, so no matter how many flowers I get, there will be room. I'll just squeeze them all in. So this is the pot marigold. Okay, next will be, let's do these. I want the marshmallow up front because that's the one I really want to pay attention to. And I'm gonna put the sunflower at the back simply because Those are going to get tall before they go out. Okay, this is the nasturtium, or nasturtium. And I'm leaving all my seeds in here because some of these are going to need to be in plastic bags. Ooh, these are a nice size, so I'm going to plant 3 of those. We'll put that in the second one because, like I said, I want the marshmallow in the front one. Okay, nasturtium. Okay, that's going to do the marshmallow, the borage, and then last is the sunflower. And then I am done. And then I have one other thing to do after I wash my hands. And then we'll be getting off. And this is a long video, I can see. Let's see, we're almost at 40 minutes here. But this isn't going to be posted until later. Okay. I dropped about 5 seeds in there. Because I definitely want my marshmallows. My sister said she wanted some too, so depending on how they look and how they do, I'll make sure she gets some as well. Or she can come and try them. But them edible flowers, I was just thinking, oh wow, I can just sit in the front yard and start eating flowers. Okay, this is the borage. Okay, one. I'm gonna plant 3 of those. I have a feeling I'm gonna be jungling because I don't know how. I've never grown a flower other than the sunflower, so I don't know how this is gonna work. I hope I don't get a big bushel sticking out of the thing. Okay, borage. And last but not least, the sunflower. And then I'll get my sister's squash planted. I'm gonna plant all 4 of those things with this, cause I did one thing. I did 2 yellow squash for myself. So I can do, okay, my sister wants 2 sunflowers, so, and I want 2 for sure. And last year I did a sunflower. That thing was so beautiful. Oh, I babied that thing. I was so happy for my sunflower and messed around because I look forward to getting those seeds. I look forward to getting, you know, cooking the head of it because you can eat that. And I'll be doggone messed around. There's 1. I'm only going to put 2 in each one. So actually, and then I'm going to put my 2 right here. And those sunflowers, they grow tall quick. As soon as they come up through the soil, they take a minute too to come up. When they come up, then I will be putting and I did make 2 tags. So there won't be no mix-ups. And let me make a tag for this squash. Because I'm going to plant 4 more seeds. Actually, yeah, I'm going to plant 6 more seeds. Actually, 5 more. I'll put 2 for Sherry. You know what? How am I going to do this? Let me see. One, 2, 3. 4. I just did 4 because I got 2 in mine, so that's 6 plants. So we can do 3 apiece, 3 plants apiece with the squash. Okay, and let me make another squash tag so we'll know where the squash ends. And then we are done. And then we can head on to the kitchen and you'll see what's next. And then it's time for me to get on the bed because I am sleepy. So, the 2020, whoa! That whole thing fall over. I almost made a mess, y'all. So the 2024 garden season has just officially kicked off. And I will get my books. I'll get all this stuff vacuumed tomorrow because I'm tired. But I'll get everything clean tomorrow. So what I'll do now, lift these out of here. This is all you have to do. Pour the water in, it's unlevel. So I'm gonna have to, actually, I'm gonna just level it so that it can soak in tonight, and then tomorrow it'll be okay. Look at me. I just messed up the whole doggone thing. Okay, the seed didn't come up. Messing up already. Okay, got that. Always something. Still not level, but it'll be okay. I'll see how much it soaks up. And if it doesn't soak up, then I'll water it from the top tomorrow. In fact, I'm gonna do that now, just to get them started. Don't need much. But like I said, I really enjoy these seed starting trays. They'll last forever if I take care of them. And I like how you just pour the water in that bottom tray and it wicks up beautifully, beautifully. So it cuts down on work. You know, usually every day you check in, you're trying to make sure, you know, the cups do that, but it's a lot of work transferring those seedlings to cups. In this, I don't have to even do any transferring. These will stay here until it's time to plant outdoors. And all I have to do is come in once a week and put water at the bottom of the tray. And that's it. And of course, you know, check on my plants. Okay, so that's it, you guys. This is how it looks. Everything is done. And I don't know if y'all have the same issue. Every time I plant and start seeds, I always feel as if I didn't start enough. It seems as if I'm missing something. You know, every year it's the same thing. And I know it's a lot, but it seems as if I'm missing something. But compared to my potatoes will be here on Monday. So I've got potatoes in the ground already, and then I'm gonna have a lot more in the ground come Monday. I've got, I'm watering the collards and that tomato. I've got lots of, ooh, why is that so dry all of a sudden? I've got lots of garlic in the ground. I've got perennials that are coming back. I saw my thyme came back. I've got the fruit bushes. I've got the fruit trees. I think I'm doing pretty good. So I'll leave it at that. Okay, let's walk to the kitchen. I'm gonna put this camera on the dining room table. Oh, we at 45 minutes. I'm not gonna upload this till tomorrow because it's gonna take, now that I'm so far in, it's gonna take a long time to upload. Put my journal there. Okay, so let me wash my hands real quick, y'all, and then we will get to the good part. And I gotta sit down, my back is tearing me up. Okay, let me get my bowl here and wash my hands real quick. I did pretty good with keeping my hands halfway clean at least. Write this down. Okay, y'all, I'm being fa-fa today. I got out the China. Okay, for this little taste test. We finna do a taste test, y'all. Today, I made this. And I had to sit down, y'all, because my back is hurting. And my back normally doesn't hurt. I normally don't have back problems, but today I did some stuff that would hurt your back. I made a Duncan Hines perfectly moist French vanilla cake. And I decided to do an experiment, y'all. I put the Kirk and Sweeney, I used the Kirk and Sweeney for the cake recipe. I put that in it, and instead of, the ingredients called for a cup of water, 3 eggs, a half cup of vegetable oil. So to make up for that, a half cup would be 1 stick of butter. So I put the 1 stick of butter in it to doctor it. I doctor all my cakes that way. And then I put a teaspoon of Kirk and Sweeney vanilla in it. Like I said, there's no liquor smell to it. It just smells like pure vanilla. So I decided, okay, today's a good day to test it to see how it will taste. It's only going to get better because it's only 2 months old, but it's an experiment. Okay, and then when I made the icing for the cake, I used the regular rum vanilla that I normally use, so I know how the icing is going to taste. And y'all excuse the cake, y'all. It came out lopsided and crazy looking. But here it is. But you know what they say about ugly? Ugly makes the best. So let me bring the camera down so you can see just how ugly this cake is, okay? There it is. See it? It's lopsided, okay? So because it's so late, I'm not trying to eat nothing from this part here. I'm going to just get a small slither. I just want to taste it. That's all. So let me get a little slither here. We're going to do the taste test. Oh, it seems moist and spongy. I mean, it just kind of bounced. I can tell it's rich just by cutting it. Come on, cake, come on out of here. Wow. Okay. That little piece. Okay. Let's set the knife in and close her up. I'll dig into this tomorrow. Okay, now let's taste it. You know what? I hate long forks, y'all. So, I'm doing it the ghetto way. Let's taste it. That's without the icing. honey. I can taste, let me tell you how this, I'm always trying to describe something and can't even describe an eclipse, okay? Well, that's indescribable, but this cake is too. The first taste I got was like a pound cake, a nice good pound cake. It is moist. It's very fluffy. Surprisingly, I thought it was going to be rich. You know how a cake can sometimes get real heavy and you know it's just super rich. It's actually light and fluffy. And the first taste I got was the pound cake. On the back end, I got the vanilla. Loud and clear. It's not ready, y'all, but I can deal with this cake. And the reason why I say that is because when I got the vanilla on the back end, I can taste rum. So it tastes like a rum cake. So, yep, the vanilla's not ready. Why did I do that? I should have just put my regular vanilla in. I regret it, then again, I don't regret it. So let's go with this because I see my nails are a little bit dirty here. So I don't want to touch nothing with no dirt. I'm getting that same flavor profile. Now, it's good though. I ain't gonna lie. Now let me try it with the icing because remember, the glaze here has and let me give you the recipe for that. The glaze calls for 1 1/2 cup of sugar, powdered sugar that is. I only use 1 cup because powdered sugar can get real sweet on you, especially when you're adding vanilla to it. It calls for the 1 1/2 cup of powdered sugar. I use 1 cup. It calls for a stick of butter. I only use 2 tablespoons because one other recipe, which was almost identical to this one, called for 2 tablespoons, and whereas one called for 1 stick. I'm not putting a whole stick of butter as much as it costs. 2 tablespoons is enough. It calls for a teaspoon of vanilla and 1/4 of a teaspoon of lemon juice and 1/4 cup of water. You mix it, then you let it set for about 5 minutes so it can thicken up a little bit, and then you put it on your cake, and it's a very good icing. So let me try that. It's good. And I'm getting, although that rum vanilla, I'm still getting that liquor hint, but it's on the back end, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all. But it's there. It's there. And I'm not really a drinker. Not really. I'm just not a drinker. I don't drink. So getting that, it's annoying, but yet and still it's good. The cake still overpowers everything else. And I think it's a delicious cake. I just like how soft it is. It's real good. Okay, y'all. Wish I had some ice cream with it. Ooh, but I'm getting that liquor hint. I mean, it hits like the liquor itself right at the end. It's like you get all this great flavor and then all of a sudden, boom. It's almost like the eclipse. Like I said, everything's there dancing. And then all of a sudden the eclipse come out and pow, here I am. That's what this liquor is doing. Soon as you get all those good flavors and you doing this, you know, the food dance, all of a sudden the pow, the rum just comes right out. But you see, I'm still eating it. So it ain't something that I can't eat, but it's good. It just tastes like a rum cake. I'm gonna ask my sister to come try it because she's had rum cake before. I never have. So I'm gonna ask her to come try this and let me know. So it's no longer a French vanilla cake. We can call it a French vanilla rum cake. But I'm gonna have her to come try it and then she can tell me if it tastes like a rum cake to her. It's good though. I love the consistency of it. So I'm gonna revisit this cake, but the next time I'm gonna do it the correct way instead of the experiment. So my experiment failed, y'all, but this cake gonna be 8. Okay. And another thing I kind of like about the cake is not super sweet. It really isn't, but I mean it's a nice cake, But you know how some cakes are just super, super sweet? This isn't. It's more of a rich, velvety, buttery type flavor for the cake itself, minus the Kirk&Sweeney rum in it. And I guess y'all saying, okay, she been on here an hour, and y'all now we have to watch her eat. But may as well finish. I'm just about done, y'all. That little slither went a long way. That's another thing. I won't be cutting no big chunks out of this. In fact, I'm probably going to tell my sister to take half of that. This cake will last me forever. Because it's not rich. It's just, the cake just went a long way. That little piece done filled me up. Okay. And it's 1 in the morning. So now I'm going to have to, oh, it's 2. It's 2 now. So I'm going to have to stay up to 3 so this can digest. Okay, I'm done. Okay. Okay, y'all. So, on a scale from 1 to 10, I'll definitely give this cake a 7. I would give the cake a 10 if that hint of liquor wasn't hitting at the end, on the back end of my palate. I would give it a 10. But because of that, I'm giving it a 7. Good cake. If you wanted to make one and use your own vanilla to doctor it up, to put in it, go for it. I would say go for it. I just messed up using 2-month-old vanilla when I should have been waiting until August. So I will revisit this once that Kirk&Sweeney rum vanilla is ready. But if I ever make this again, it'll be with the Bacardi, the one that is ready. And this will be a 10 cake. I like it better than the Pillsbury. Okay, you guys. So I'm going to get off of here. And I will talk to you guys later. And it'll be later in the day when you see this video. But know that this is early Sunday morning, 2 a.m. But you'll see this probably in the afternoon once I get up. So I will talk to you guys later. And may God bless you all. Bye-bye. And thank you for watching. Please hit like. Bye.